Hey, what's up, beautiful people? Fran here, Mind Body Alchemist, and I'm going to start doing some regular YouTube channels addressing some of the questions that come up with potential clients that show up in my workshops and bring them here as videos. So, one of the things I wanted to share today is the shift that is happening in business, the shift that is happening in the world, the rise of somatic work and breath work in the last few years, and why that is. So, you may have noticed, particularly in the last 5 years, that there has been a huge rise and explosion of breath work, somatic work, embodiment work in the wellness industry. Now, I'm someone who's been in the wellness industry for 25 years, starting off in fitness and personal training. And I worked more with the somatic and different types of body work from about 10 years ago, actually, and then trained in conscious connected breathwork, a form of conscious connected breathwork called transformational breath, back in 2017 now. And when I was training, I was very much an out of the box trainer at that time. What I was doing was kind of seen, observed from the sidelines as quite strange, quite quirky. And now we're seeing a huge rise of it. And I really believe this is because we are being guided to come home to ourselves. There is a yearning to come back home to the body, to come back to ourselves. We have been living in decades of disconnect. I wrote my book, Self-Care for Life in the City, published it in 2020, and on the back of the book, the blurb, it says there is a disease of disconnect. We are disconnected from our nature, we're disconnected in our relationships, and we're disconnected from our true selves. And so there has been this shift to come home, to come back to nature, to understand more about where our food is coming from. And I believe this is because we're going through a huge shift of consciousness on the planet. We are going through a planetary and energetic calibration through the earth and through humanity. And you've probably been feeling that too. So you may have noticed in the last 5 years, particularly, that a lot of systems and structures are collapsing. The old ways of doing things are no longer working. So we're seeing this happen all around the education system. So many people now are homeschooling, world schooling their children. We see it in the medical and pharmaceutical business. Many people now are turning towards natural health or alternative health, which really is the original health, right? And also we're seeing it, of course, with the governmental systems, the political systems are literally collapsing. And we're seeing it also in corporate culture. Many people are leaving the 9 to 5 to start up businesses that they love, to work on their own terms, to create more freedom-based businesses. And so you may have noticed, particularly if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a purpose-led business, that the old ways of doing things perhaps are no longer working. And this is because we're going through this great shift, this energetic recalibration. And definitely the old way of hustle, burnout, and push is on its last knees. It's not sustainable. And we are moving from mind-based, logical-based consciousness more into body-based and heart-led consciousness. Hence, I believe that's why we've seen such a rise of the somatic work, of breath work, and all of these modalities, because we are coming into the felt sense, not just as individuals, but as a planet, as a collective. We are moving more into the felt sense of resonance, which means the way that the future of business is going to be more resonance led. People will want to work with you, especially if you're a service-based business, somebody who holds space or work with others. this is really important because people are going to work with you not because of the information that you have or necessarily the knowledge. They're not coming for more information, but they're coming for resonance. They feel your energy maybe before you even speak. And so this is really important as well for people who lead teams to master your nervous system, because your nervous system is continually communicating with the field, with the quantum field, with the world. And people around you will feel that. So if you're leading from a place of depletion, stress, incongruence, then that is going to affect your entire team and all those that work around you and your clients as well. Okay, so you might find that your business becomes quite, is run quite erratically because your system, your state of being is erratic. It will be a mirror. And so this time that we're going into, somatic awareness is really, really key, and it's going to be what sets you apart from the old way of doing business that is no longer working. And you've probably felt that. Let me know in the comments if you have. I would love to hear your feedback and your experience. And so the future of business is not just nervous system led, but is led by your presence as your power, and you lead from embodiment, because we are moving more into, frequency and talking about energy, and the energetics as is becoming more mainstream, you could say. And this is the way that business is going to be run by the frequency, the energy that is felt, the energetics behind the business. And especially if you have a soul mission or purpose-led business, that really stems from your essence. It stems from your state of being, is what kind of filters down in through your entire business, through the field. Okay, so you want to really think about what is the energy or that is filtrating, penetrating throughout your entire business. Are you leading from a place of hustle, of stress, of incongruence, of depletion? Then that is what's going to kind of leak throughout the entire business. Now, it's not to say that you can't have periods of stress or hustle, but it's what's dominant. If that's the dominant state you're leading from, that's going to create quite an unstable business, because people are going to feel that, and that will be what's mirrored back. So the energetics is really, really important. It's not about staying calm and relaxed all the time and leading from that place, but having the awareness, being able to master your nervous system, being able to really attune to your body's wisdom so that you lead from a place of embodiment, because energy speaks through your nervous system, and that is literally what is emanating out into the world and into your field and into your business and your team and all those that work with you. So again, it's not to say that it needs to be from a place of calm and regulation and relaxed all the time. We are humans. We are meant to tolerate stress. We're meant to have this drive, but we're not meant to stay stuck in it for chronic periods of time, which will lead to depletion. So with that way, you are building more resilience, which enables you to actually expand and attract more opportunities, attract more clients that are aligned with you, be able to hold more wealth, more in your business. So let me know if that resonates. I'm going to be speaking a bit more about this and sharing more videos on, the future of business, and more on nervous system mastery, somatic mastery for leadership, for entrepreneurship, particularly purpose-led, because when you lead with a mission that is on your heart and on your soul, you're putting all of yourself in. So yes, let me know in the comments your thoughts. If you want to dive deeper on this, I have 2 offerings. I have the Body Wisdom series on demand, which is incredible on-demand program, 4-part somatic series that takes you through releasing stuck energy through the body, and is ideal for leaders and entrepreneurs to really get you rooted, grounded in your power, and, you know, supported in your system as well. And then also I have a 6-month one-to-one program called Nervous System Mastery for purpose-led leaders and entrepreneurs, self-mastery seekers, where we work through alchemy, restoration, recalibration, aligning your identity, energetic alignment, embodiment, and mastery. So this is for people who really want to ready to walk the path of embodied wisdom and deep self-mastery. This is beyond surface level wellness or biohacks. This is really about alchemizing the outdated patterns and coming into your embodied power and using your presence as your power. So if you're interested, you can book a call. I'll drop the link below, and I look forward to sharing more with you.